Howdy gamers, Old Gamer Guy here. Welcome to another Stellaris Console Edition video, continuing the saga of the Haven Commonwealth, located next door to the Derp Coalition. They are still the only settled empire that we have met so far, and they apparently have settled on a planet down that way. I'm not too worried about it. It's not going to interfere with my expansion too much, so not really worried about it. Toward the end of the last video, I had a colony ship on the way to this planet, and it has finally arrived after a not so long and not so hard journey. And
colonization in progress.
The colony is in progress. It's a small planet, so I won't get many resources out of it, but I'm trying to find as many colonizable worlds as I can. And so, to that end, I am sending my science ship out this way, looking for more. Unfortunately, the only one I know of at this point is the one that is there by the red exclamation point, which represents the crystalline entities that destroyed my fleet, so I'll have to be careful about that. But the main problem right now is food. In the last video, I noticed that I was at a deficit with my food production. I wasn't really worried about it, but I'm trying to fix the situation now, and I am shocked to discover that several of my planets don't have any food tiles at all. I can still build a couple of farms here on Haven, so I'm doing that, trying to stave off the horror of starvation for my citizens. Meanwhile, the galactic nomads are still sort of warping around in my space, seemingly at random. But about a year after that last sighting there, I received a new contact notification from the Nemerian citizen state. I believe these are those galactic nomads. And it turned out that I was right. They are the majestic space peacocks. In the last video, I, for some reason, called them space flamingos. I'm not really sure why, but they are definitely space peacocks. And they're more powerful than me, so I am going to be as friendly as possible. I was very happy to see that they have settled in the middle of the Derp Empire, the Derp Coalition, so I'm sure that will annoy the Derp and distract the Derp, so I'm very happy about that. Not too long after this, the Derp and the Nemerians entered into a non-aggression pact, but I am skeptical as to how long that peace can possibly last, but it'll be something to keep an eye on. It turned out that this planet was the only one, really, that I had that had food tiles that could be developed, or at least a lot of them. So I took it out of its sector, which would give me control over the tiles. Several of those tiles have dangerous wildlife on them, so that will have to be cleared. But for now, I think this is the best way to stave off starvation for my citizens. But unfortunately, I did not do this fast enough, and we went into a state of starvation. This makes the populations unhappy, but the main problem is it stops all population growth. So the problem there is that instead of building a farm and then putting a developing population on it, so it will be staffed, I had to take away populations from existing tiles that were being worked. So I had to lose some mineral production, and I had to lose some energy production. But luckily at this point, I had a good surplus in both of those things, so it didn't impact me too much, and I was able to move some of those populations onto new farms, and that slowly helped with the food problem until
research complete.
I completed some research, And in my next bunch of possibilities, there were orbital hydroponics. And so once I get this researched, I can build farms on my spaceports, which will definitely help the food problem. There we go. We now have them, so I'm able to build space farms. And another happy thing is that in my next bunch of possibilities were epigenetic triggers. So once I get those researched, I will be able to uplift the presentient species that is on one of my planets and taking up a lot of space. So I will be able to turn them into productive citizens of my empire. And there I go, building my first orbital hydroponic farm. And my food supply is already in the positive, but this will definitely help. I will need to build some more spaceports, actually, and build more farms to further help with the food thing. But for now, a crisis has been averted. So I think this is a good spot to go ahead and end this video. We were on the brink of starvation, but we were able to take care of the problem. And our new neighbors, the Nemerian state, will irritate our old neighbors, the Derp Coalition, so I'm very happy about that. So that's it for now. We'll be back for more, but for now, thanks for watching.